Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Lee, and I am the Director of Post-Secondary Pathways at Summit Public Schools. My role is to help you throughout your concrete next steps journey, which begins today. Through the Junior CNS program, we'll help you explore options, make informed decisions, and set you up for success. For our first webinar together, let's review our objectives and agenda. Our first objective is that you'll learn about our CNS program and how it will prepare you for senior year. Then we'll review our CNS webinar series and program milestones. And finally, we'll identify members of your personal advisory board. As far as how we're going to get there, first we're going to review our junior CNS program. Then we'll understand your junior year priorities. We'll preview the junior CNS webinar series and program goals. And then you'll have a chance to identify members of your personal advisory board. Finally, at the end, as a mentor group, you'll have a chance to debrief what we learned today and review our action items. So let's go ahead and jump right into our junior CNS program. And before we do that, I always like to ground us in our vision and mission since it guides the work we do every day. Our vision is that every student is equipped to lead a fulfilled life, one with purpose, financial independence, community, strong relationships, and health. Our mission is to collectively prepare a diverse community of young people with the skills, knowledge, and habits to attain economic empowerment and success in a chosen concrete next step toward a fulfilled life. We believe one way we bring this vision and mission to life is through our Concrete Next Step program, which empowers you to take charge of your future goals and plans. Every decision we make is focused on your success. We want you to have the best opportunities to achieve your dreams, and everything we do is intentionally designed to support your journey. And we know that these conversations about your futures can be very tough for a variety of different reasons. As these conversations begin to come up more often this semester, I encourage you to remember that the folks having these conversations with you care very deeply about you, and they want to position you in the best possible situation after you graduate. So, as we go along our CNS program, stay curious and don't be afraid to ask questions. There's going to be a ton of new information you'll learn, so don't be shy about asking for clarification. So let's go ahead and talk exactly about what is concrete next step. We define a concrete next step as a 3 to 5 year plan after graduation. Your CNS is going to be based on your personal identity and sense of purpose. It's going to be informed by your family, your mentor, and your peers who know you well. And a CNS always has to have real choice, which means having at least two real options to choose from, including at least one 4 year college acceptance. So you may be asking, why is this important? As you recall, our mission is to set up every student for success in their next steps after high school. And that means helping you have a specific and meaningful option to choose from that align with your life goals. And we also know that success after high school isn't just about academic. It's also about finding options that match who you are and what you want in life. Looking at the picture helps you make a better choice for your future. The option and opportunities you have to pursue after high school are known as your post secondary pathways. This includes college, trade schools, or military, just to name a few. Our research shows that there are four main factors that guide a student's decision when they select a pathway. They include family and support, school and sense of belonging, your dreams and identity, and the cost and benefit of each pathway. As you work through our CNS program, it will be helpful to consider these factors and how much you want each one to influence your decision. So, we know there are many post secondary pathways available to you, and each pathway can lead anyone to a meaningful life and career. So, you may be asking yourself, why does Summit name 4 year colleges as one of the options I have to have at the end of my senior year? And there's going to be two main reasons for that. The first reason is that we want you to have as many options as possible for you when you decide your CNS. We would rather you have 5 options to choose from than just one. Minds change, so we want to give your future self that choice. The second reason is that colleges still remain one of the most reliable pathways to upward mobility. When we talk about upward mobility, we're talking about the ability of a person to improve their social, economic, and financial status over time. We've seen that college graduates benefit from higher lifetime earnings, career flexibility, stronger professional networks, and access to some of the fastest growing and highest paying jobs, especially those that are less likely to be impacted by AI and automation. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's a table that compares 4 year graduates, 2 year graduates, skilled trade workers, and those working with only a high school diploma. What we essentially see here is that although 4 year graduates have the highest educational costs, they receive higher annual earnings, lower unemployment rate, higher job stability, and higher persistence rate in college. When we talk about persistence rate, we're talking about the percentage of students who continue their education beyond their first year. That is to say, the likelihood of you going on to your second year of college after you finish your first year of college, right? 4 year college graduate persists at an 86% rate versus 2 year college graduates persisting at only 65%. This slide is intended just to make this information transparent for you. We're not here to push you to one pathway or not. That's your decision. All we hope to do is make this information available to you so that you can make an informed decision about what is going to be best for your next step and how they align for your life goals and the trajectory that you want to take. All that being said, we want to make sure that the 4 year colleges you apply to authentically align with your passions and interests. To do that, the CNS program encompasses these goals to support your exploration and reflection. First, we want to provide the space for you to reflect, research, and pursue your passions and interests. Next, we want to identify potential careers that align with your definition of a fulfilled life, which includes financial health, work life balance, and purposeful work. Then we want to give you the opportunity to take advantage of full cost scholarships for college. When we say full cost scholarship, we're talking about a scholarship that covers your entire college tuition for the duration that you're at college. Those include Gates, Questbridge, and Posse. Early decision and early action is the opportunity to apply to a college earlier and commit to it. And by doing that, you have a higher chance of getting accepted at a school that is typically highly competitive. Think about schools like Stanford or USC, to name a few. Finally, we want to give you the space to find your best fit college or concrete next step and define what that means for you. That includes academic fit, campus culture, financial fit, location, career opportunities, support services, and the size. So, given all of this, by the end of our CNS program, our goal is that every student upon graduation has an acceptance and enrollment in a best fit next step that is directly connected to your purpose driven life plan. So, how will support you with all this? These are just some of the ways that we will support you throughout this entire journey. The first thing is that we offer a CNS website. That website is cns.summitps.org. This is a great tool that you can always use for anything related to college. You should bookmark it as soon as you can. The next thing are these webinars. Much like this video that you're watching, there will be a series of webinars that you'll watch during mentor time to help you work and reach those milestones in the CNS program. The next thing we offer are family events. Your school will host a family info night so that your caregivers can learn more about this process as well and prepare for senior year. Finally, you have your spring PLP. This will be your opportunity to share your progress on college lists and career paths. This is something we'll touch on in a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and talk about your junior year priorities. In 11th grade, this is what we define as your CNS priorities. The first thing is getting the best grades possible. This is going to be your final year that grades will impact your GPA for college applications. Next is really building your extracurriculars and building your resume by engaging in activities outside of school. This includes things like clubs or sports. And you can also consider using this summer to join an internship or work. When we think about taking on leadership roles, you want to think about roles that you can take where you can flex into your leader skills, such as being a TA or a tutor. You'll find that many college essays ask about your leadership experiences. And so this is a great time to start getting into those positions so that you can use that experience later on. Next thing is that you want to start talking to your family about your goals in your future and considering what your intended major is going to be. This is the time to start thinking about it and talking about it so that you can get feedback and learn about what your peers are doing or what your family recommends. Finally, you want to also engage in these CNS webinars and complete the action items as we go along. This is going to help you stay on track to reach our end of year goals and enter senior year really prepared. The last one here is optional, which is taking SAT or ACT tests. If you're considering taking one of these exams, make sure that you have a plan to study and take the exam by early fall at the latest. SAT and ACT tests are optional for public state schools. And so, unless you are a strong test taker, this is not something that you need to worry about. But if you are interested, make sure that you talk to your mentor, talk to your family about how you can prepare and take these exams. We can also use this acronym to remember our priorities, which is GEAR. That stands for grades, explore, assess what's important to you, and research pathways. Let's break down each aspect of GEAR in a little bit more detail. Let's look at grades. So, grades are the number one factor in college admissions. And this is your last opportunity to improve your grades to impact your GPA for college applications. Just to give you an idea of the average GPA that incoming freshmen enter to state schools, let's look at Washington and California. So, Washington, the average GPA at UW is 3.8. At Washington State Universities, it's 3.5. And to be eligible for the guaranteed admissions programs, you need to have at least a 3.0. In California, the average GPA for CSUs is 3.7. For UCs, it's 4.0. And to be eligible for guaranteed admission at Menlo College, it's 2.0. Colleges are going to be looking for you maintaining your grades throughout high school or having an upward trend. And they're also going to look at the quality of your work and how rigorous your course load is. That means, do you have AP classes? Are you taking the hardest class possible? And are you filling your schedule to the best that you can? In all of this, staying on track in all your classes is going to be the key to academic success. Let's move on to explore. So, colleges are going to be looking for well rounded students who are passionate, show leadership, and support their communities. From UW's website, they name that they value diversity of experience, culture, and talent of our students. You aren't just a GPA and a set of test scores. We want to know more. This is your chance to use expeditions, clubs, sports, community service, and leadership opportunities to show who you are outside of being a student. Family responsibilities and experience also count. Next is assessing what's important to you. You want to ask yourself which colleges fit you best. You want to think about this like buying your first car. You want to think about what features you're looking for and what's going to fit you best. This is similar for when you think about what colleges you want to attend. Some factors you want to consider and discuss include location, the size, whether it's in state or out of state, whether it's a 4 year or a 2 year, and how much it costs. Start the conversation now with your friends or family to help you decide what's most important to you. It will help to hear from your peers and hear different opinions before you make your own. Finally, let's look at researching pathways. You'll have many opportunities this semester to explore careers and their pathways and research colleges. When researching, we want to remember the acronym MATCH, which stands for mission, academics, tuition, culture, and housing. When we think about mission, you want to ask yourself, does the college's values and focus align with my academic and career aspirations? For academics, what are the admission requirements? Does it have the major program I'm looking for? Tuition. What's the cost of attendance and how much do they offer in financial aid? For culture, you want to think about the campus environment, the size, student life, and the diversity. And then finally, for housing, you're looking at the location and the living situation. Where are you willing to live for college and what does living on campus look like? Cool. So now let's go into our junior CNS program. This is the junior year at a glance. The first half of the year has been focused on you doing your best work in classes and exploring your interests or going deeper into one of your passions. As we enter the spring semester, this is when our CNS program really launches. The spring semester for juniors is pretty full. AP exams happen in May, In California, juniors will take the SPAC exam in April. And if you plan to take the SAT or ACT, you may also have one or two exams scheduled in the spring. On top of that, we have our 10 CNS webinars. While this may sound like a lot, you can see here that they're spread across the entire semester, and each webinar is designed to help you complete key milestones in the college application process. As we work through each webinar throughout the semester, you'll be able to end junior year very prepared for senior year with most of the work done. Our webinars also have been designed to help you get a head start for next year, and the experience of our seniors help inform our design. Based on what we heard and observed from seniors, we realized that if you only start thinking about college at the beginning of senior year, it can feel like a late start. What it can lead to is that you have less time to make your college list and reflect on which are a best fit. You tend to rush through your personal statements with little chance for feedback, and you can miss those full cost scholarship opportunities or early action or early decision deadlines. These scholarships tend to have deadlines in September, and early action and early decision tends to happen at the end of November or early December. If you happen to be a student that's missing credits, what that leads to is you taking more classes during your senior year and taking the full load of 6 classes. You may have to enroll in external online courses for credit recovery. You may be ineligible to apply to some colleges, and you might miss out on guaranteed admissions programs because you're missing credits. All of this we want to avoid, and our webinars are intentionally designed to help you address any areas of concern. These are our junior CNS program goals. Our goal is that you enter summer with a scrubbed transcript with a pathway to meet graduation and state college requirements. You have a well balanced and best fit college list. You have a list of potential careers. You have a draft of at least one personal essay, a clear summer plan for how you plan to leverage that time, and a consideration of early decision or action, GATES, QuestBridge, and or Posse, so that as seniors, you can spend the majority of your time focused on quality, best fit college lists and revising your personal essays. As we look at how the program progresses, these are the steps that we'll take. Each webinar builds on each other and supports you to meet these critical milestones. After today, you'll engage in a transcript scrub to make sure that you're on pace to meet graduation requirements and college eligibility. Then you'll have an opportunity to explore careers and the different pathways you can take to pursue them. Next, you'll build a college list based on your list of potential careers and build a well-balanced list from there. Then you'll engage in a couple writing workshops to begin drafting your college personal essays. Next, we'll prepare your brag sheets in preparation for letters of recommendation. And finally, we'll give you time to create a summer plan so that you can leverage your final summer before college application. Again, these webinars will help you reach all of our CNS goals for you. Now we're going to go ahead and shift to learning about your personal advisory board, or your PAP. So who is your personal advisory board? Your personal advisory board are the group of people that you'll share your plans, receive advice, and celebrate your success. Typically, your personal advisory board will encompass these 3 people: an academic advisor, someone who knows you well as a student, like your mentor; a financial advisor, someone who can help you navigate financial decisions, such as a parent or guardian; and a confidant, someone whose opinion you trust and value most, like a friend, a sibling, a coach, or someone else important in your life. As you begin thinking about who will be on your personal advisory board, you want to ask yourself, who do I trust in this area, and whose opinion matters to me the most? Right? You want to select at least 2 people to be on your personal advisory board, and it'll be important to think about the trusted people who can support you along the way. Cool. So now we're here at your action items, right? The first thing that you want to do before you leave today is to identify the potential people who will make up your personal advisory board. Again, we're looking for about 2 to 3 people whom you trust and value their input. Then, once you identify your personal advisory board, you want to ask them what fit factors are most important to you, what pathways are the right fit for you, and what else you should be considering. It's not important that you get answers to these right away. Remember that your personal advisory board are going to be the people who help you during this semester and through next year. Once we're done with your action items, as a mentor group, use this time to discuss what you learned today and to ask any questions that came up for you. Here are your mentor group debrief questions. What post secondary pathway are you considering? What fit factors are the most important to you? What else do you need to research about? And who in your life could help you think more about planning for your CNS? Don't be afraid to ask questions. Talking about your future can be really tough, especially if you're not sure about what they are. But asking questions and hearing from your peers about what they're thinking about can help you think about what is important to you and what plan or pathway you should pursue. If you ever have questions, you can always talk to myself or you can talk to a mentor or someone that you trust. All right, that's all for us today. See you next time.